folks, thanks for stopping by. Got a couple of New York strips I've had in the freezer for a while, and I thought I'd break those dudes out and do a reverse sear on those things. So I've got my B&B lump charcoal going. I throwed 3 chunks of pecan wood in there, and we get a good fire going. I'm gonna put them on the side over here and get them up to about 120 degrees, and then I'll move them over on the hot side and we'll sear them off. This morning, I put some sea salt on these, some smoked sea salt, along with a little bit of thyme and a little bit of cracked pepper, and I left them in the refrigerator most of the day. They've probably been in there, I don't know, since 9 o'clock this morning, and it's 4:30, so they've been in there for a while. Anyway, we're gonna put these dudes on. I got my, turn that around the other way so it works a little better. So this on the back side over here. We'll let these cook for a while on the indirect side, and we'll come back in a bit and check them. I've got kind of got the fire choked down a bit. I'm gonna turn this so the smoke actually will come out over the steaks and give them somewhat of a smoked taste. So when I get to about 120 degrees, I'll come out and we'll throw them over on the hot side. So we'll be back in a few minutes, so stay with us and we'll see how these turn out. I didn't mention this earlier, but when I put the steaks on, I took my lower damper and closed it halfway, and I've got the top one probably about a third open. We've been maintaining a 400 degree temp. Of course, we got our steaks on the side away from the fire, so I think we're okay. But we've reached about 90 degrees. I'm gonna flip these steaks real quick. I get the lid put down on it. They're looking pretty good. Roll these dudes over and we will continue to cook these things for about another 30 degrees or so. And then we will, well, I can smell that thyme. That smells good. At that point, we will open all of our vents back up, and we will get our fire hot again, throw these things on the hot side and sear them off and get them going. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Stay with us. Okay, we've reached our target temp, so I'm gonna take the lid off. Just gotta get this totally out of our way. Pull this probe out. I'm gonna lay these dudes right here, and we're gonna let them cook. Try to get them to about 130, 135. That's the way the queen likes them, so we're gonna try to accommodate her. Turn that off. I'm gonna leave this lid off so it'll go ahead and get up good and hot, maybe get us some flames coming up again. Did get a good sizzle there though, so maybe we'll go pretty good. I got my instant read here so we can check our temp here in a minute. I'll tell you what, this being stuck in the house, it's kind of getting old. I've been home for 3 weeks.
I love your shirt.
I'm ready to go back to work. I actually work for an essential business, but my wife's been off. She's been home. She works for an essential business also, but they decided to work from home from her office, so I've been home with her, hanging out. We had kind of a bit of a rough week this past week, so that's the reason I was home with her for that week. But I think I'm going back to work and see how things are going there. I may go back and they may say, we didn't know you'd even gone. Just work part-time anyway, so it's not like I think they miss me a whole lot. I don't know, maybe they do. Maybe they do.
Are those medium?
We're going for a medium, yeah, a medium, maybe a medium rare for mine. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is trade places with these. Let's tempt these dudes and see where we're at. I'm gonna leave mine there for just another minute or two. Hers is good. Anyway, Easter's here. We're going to watch our church services online tomorrow. We've been doing that for the last few weeks. That's kind of different. I think it's going fairly well, though, considering the circumstances. But hey, you know, it is what it is. So hopefully this will all be over with soon. And, you know, one day we'll look back on this and say, hey, you know, remember when? I was telling my grandson the other day, he needs to remember this. He's 20 years old, and he needs to remember this because someday he can share this with his grandkids. I was just a little kid when President Kennedy was assassinated, so I have that memory to share with my grandkids, and the memory of the first man on the moon and things like that, which is really cool, you know. And it's like my grandparents and my parents had things they shared with us about history through their lives. So anyway, I need to quit talking about history and stuff and take my steak and check it. So I can just about tell you it's probably ready to take inside. I'm ready to take that little sucker in the side and let it rest for a minute or two, and then we'll slice into it. So, hey, we'll be back in a minute, so don't go away. I hope this thing tastes as good as it smells. It smells absolutely phenomenal. We'll let it rest for about 10 minutes. It looks pretty dang good there. If you do ask me, even if you didn't ask me, it still looks good. It's probably a little more rare than what my wife is going to want, but I'm going to shoot her a little bite over there and just see how she thinks.
Looks good.
So there you have it, guys. New York strip.
Tender, juicy, perfect.
You heard it from the Queen's own mouth. Hey, thanks for stopping by Just Cooking with the Guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back and see us sometime. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. And each time we do a video, you'll get a notification. Hopefully we'll get some content going here pretty soon when we can start finding some things in the store. So for now, I'm going to go eat this steak. So I will see ya.